Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the United States of America here in the Millennium Dawn Modern Day mod. For Hearts of Iron 4, look at us, welcome back. So, Donald Trump, President of the United States of America. It's about April of 2017, but Donald Trump's done a lot more in his first couple days in office than he has in this game in a few months. So we're going to do some different things. Number one, he has completely eliminated, or at least has done an executive order, to eliminate the TPP, which I think that stands for the Trans-Pacific Partnership, if I'm guaranteeing myself. That's what that stands for. So there's not really a decent way that we can do that ourselves. Like, we can't just be like, let's eliminate the TPP in this game because it's not there, you know? So what we can do is go over here to this free trade section right here. Yes, I was right. Trans-Pacific Partnership. I Googled it just then, just to make sure I was right. And we could do more of an export focus instead of a free trade. Because what that does is it kind of simulates a little bit of the TPP. Just China should be a little bit more excited about that because they can now reign economical dominance throughout the Pacific if they really wanted to. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do export focus. It's going to give us the opportunity, to sell American goods. That's what Donald Trump is wanting to do. He's wanting to buy American, sell American. That's his little spiel of shit. So there's a few things that Donald Trump has also done and that I will simulate, at least for over yonder. One of them is doing oil over in good old Alaska. So I can't really simulate that any other way besides building up synthetic refineries over in Alaska. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead, because of the fact that that's already taken place, what we're going to do is we're going to shove these two synthetic oil refineries up at the top. Because what that does is it simulates that this is getting done as soon as possible. And because of the fact that he's starting to get the Alaskan pipeline started through Canada and things like that. So that's good because, I mean, oil prices are going to go down considerably, but yes, wildlife is going to be hurt in the mix. It kind of just depends on who you are. I mean, I know that wildlife definitely does matter. Trust me, I am one for nature. I love nature, but we need, I mean, yes, we're kind of an oil powerhouse. I mean, we have, oops, wrong one. There we are. We have a fair decent bit of oil, but we're getting low. And Alaska has a fuck ton of oil. We could be an economical oil powerhouse if we actually do this correctly. So the Islamic State also getting obliterated now, it looks like. They have 10 units. They are attacking one area, but I don't know if there's any units here, but they should be like bum rushing. I mean, if I was ISIS, man, I'd be going. So you guys want me to send NATO after ISIS. The thing is, ISIS is about ready to be destroyed anyway, and there's no way that Turkey or any other nations could basically get there. So we're not gonna do that. I mean, the other guys got it handled. Let's continue time, shall we? So what to do now? I've been thinking about a few things. Number one, I've been thinking about getting a ace. What's it called? The ACUs. I think that's what they're called for the unit types. It gives them the modern day uniform. So we need to do a few things here. We have fair decent amount of troops and places that we can start naval bombardments against China. Now, a lot of you guys are like, hey, if you're going to go to war with China, give it to the Republic of China, which I definitely agree with. Or, boost in a coup for China. So we could boost party popularity because China right now is social liberal. I mean, that's just what they are. So what we could do is we could justify and then kind of give it to them. Now, the thing is, they're not a part of, what's it called? They're not a part of NATO. That's what I'm trying to say. They're not a part of NATO, so we need to we have to try to give them it. I mean, we could probably, I'm guessing, go through here and say give control of states somehow, but I swear that's only when you're at war. I don't know how to firmly give it to somebody. So we're going to wait on the whole China thing until we kind of figure that out. The next thing that we're going to do after we befriend South Korea Now, we did a basic education reform. Now, no child left behind. I know that actually just gives you political power, and this gives you a research slot, but man, no child left behind. Okay, I can't say it's a terrible system, because god damn it, I was a stupid kid growing up, and it got me through school. But it's just like, now looking back at it, it's a dumb system. I mean, if you're not ready to move on to the next grade, we shouldn't move you to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say that to be mean, but I'm just like, if you're not ready, you gotta, if I were to be president, I would want my people to succeed more than anything else. To, stay at the level that you're at. It's no problem being at a level or two below somebody. It's no problem staying a grade, because you need to, have a little bit more time to learn it. I'm going to be in college for probably about 5 years. So I'm not terrified of staying for longer than my peers. I don't care. Granted, I mean, it's a totally different thing when you're in college rather than anything else. We're going to start building up a massive military. Drones are definitely going to be... Oh, these aren't drones, though. Cut those. Cut 2 of them. 1 a week will be fine. 2 a month? No, 1 a week. 3 a month? What is this? There we go. 4 a month. I want 1 a week for multi-rolls. Now, I swear to you, I was building drones. I swear I was. Probably, I guess I wasn't. I want some drones, because drones are going to be definitely very good for us. We're going to go ahead and trade a little bit for rubber that we need. Now, I think are we building anything of that? No, we're not. At least not in this one. We're building just civilian factories, which is really good. Civilian factories are going to dominate the market, so it's really fine, because that gives us ample amounts of ones to sell if we need to. So we could go after Mexico under the president, but the president of Mexico and the United States are kind of having a shaky relationship, if I could say that. They're not in the best of ways, but they're not terrible at the same time. Now, thinking about NAFTA now is probably getting some of them on edge, but oh well, I don't really know about some of Donald Trump's policies. Destroying the TPP opened up China to be a major trading power in the Pacific, which is going to mean that China makes a fuck ton more money by trade, and I mean, that's not... Oh well, so we're improving relations with them. We're trying to get them into the fold for us. Now, they are conservative. I want to boost conservatism over in here just to tip the balance. I don't care if they're libertarian at the end of the day, but conservatism, at least for us, we are conservative for the most. Bernie Sanders leads the Democratic Party. Now, that's another thing. You guys have been putting down in the comments in the last video, which one, Donald Trump or Bernie Sanders. Now, it's been kind of mixed. A lot of people want to see Bernie. A lot of people want to see Trump. So continue to argue your points. Continue to put down there in the comments below what you guys want to see as the next president in 2020. And, of course, we'll do that. We will definitely do that. So it kind of depends on, you guys. Now, if one really cool subscriber wants to go down and tally up what it is so far, then be my guest. You can do that. Now, of course, I will probably do that as well. But if you guys want to do that just to get a second opinion, put down in the comments below how much there is, and I'll compare it to my numbers, and we'll see if we're right at the end of the day. And then, it's going to be like a little voting system for the president. I think it's going to be really, really fun. Guarantee independence of China. That's fucking dumb. We're not going to do that. We're just not. They're fully communist. We're not going to associate ourselves with that. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying this series, and of course you're really enjoying the Israel series. I really like that. Progressives. Ooh, progressives getting a little bit of a foothold here. Green Party, Jill Stein actually getting a little bit. I like it. It's kind of destroying the Democratic view, but the Republicans are still the overall majority right now. Donald Trump really hasn't done anything too terrifying just yet, so I'm alright with it. Sorry if you can hear my cup. It's because I'm taking some drinks. Let's see, what else could we do? Now, some of you do want to see me go after Russia again, which, I mean, it's, it's alright. Oh, we just got done with befriend South Korea. The only thing is I don't want to make this like another series that we've had, So we befriended South Korea so we could support Pakistan or India. What I want to do right now, for all you Trump supporters out there, we're going to build this Great Wall. 350 days to build this wall. But Donald Trump said he was going to do it. By God, in this series, we're going to do it. So, Pakistan is Islamist. Now, of course, that doesn't automatically mean that they're radical, but they are Islamist. India, conservative. I wonder who I'm going to choose between the two. Plus, India, they're not in NATO. But, they've been democratic for a lot of their life. So we would have to just see how that goes, to be honest. And I think I'll end up choosing India at the end of the day. Which, what does that do at the end of the day? Mutually exclusive with supporting Pakistan. Indian expression of loyalty. Okay. That's it. Oh. Well then. So we could befriend Taiwan. We could East Asian Military Support Program. Okay. That's cool. Fourth NATO expansion. Republic of China, Japan, and the Korean Republic get the event for the invitation into NATO. Now, we probably want that, but at the same time, Donald Trump has already been talking about destroying NATO, just getting rid of NATO. Now, that's if they don't pay their fair share. So I'm going to keep NATO, and, it's kind of going to be up to me. Do I think that NATO, can survive with this? Of course, number one, because they're fucking massive. Russia doesn't stand a chance right now. But if we were to dissolve the beautiful NATO faction, Russia could go steamrolling if they wanted to, and there's nothing that we could do. I mean, basically, at the end of the day, there's really nothing. China, I mean, they have basically free roam throughout all of the Pacific. That's why I'm really wanting to do a China during, modern day, just because of the fact that China, they can take Mongolia, they can take, they could take North Korea if they wanted to, South Korea, they could go down and take Vietnam, Laos, they could take India, they could take Pakistan, they could take Afghanistan, they could move all the way into the Middle East if they wanted to. They could go on a fucking rampage. Now, granted, they can't take North or South Korea or Japan because we guarantee their independence, and that'll start war with us. But, and, of course, Taiwan, they can't do that because it also will start a war with us. But besides that, man, they got free roam. They can just take whatever the fuck they want. I mean, it just depends on them. That's freaking great. That's A+. Now, I'm going to do things a little bit more differently. We're not going to do land expansion like we did last time and take Mexico and start going down to South America because of the fact that, I don't want this to be a repetitive series. So we're going to do mostly naval warfare. So probably what we're going to do is we're going to get a lot of troops over in the Pacific and be ready to start land invasions. Maybe in the Philippines, maybe in Indonesia, maybe in Australia, maybe in, of course, Vietnam. I do want to, boost up conservative popularity there, try to get a coup started for a second Vietnam War, go back in again for round 2, and this time it'll be a frickin' winning round 2. And then I do want to destroy China at some point, but I do know China has a pretty decent-sized fucking military, and it's terrifying. So we're definitely going to have to watch that. Why do we have CAV? Why do we have that as far as our active duty personnel? I do not want cavalry as my active duty. I want a lot of, mechanized units if I could get some. What's up? What are we needing to build now? Oh, new infantry equipment. Sweet deal. Yep, we have some research that we need to do as well, so we will start that up right now. Now, I want to get to the M4A1 as quickly as possible, get to our, modern day weaponry, because we need it. We need it as quickly as possible. Now, Germany, I think in the news I hear that Germany and some other country, it might be Poland, I'm not exactly sure, but some other company is, they're expanding their military. Now, as much as that is perfectly fine, that kind of, it's good for NATO, but it's also kind of terrifying at the end of the day, because you're like, huh, really? Well, that's scary. Now, I'm guessing this little tiny area right here, you know, in Germany, could that be a border dispute between Austria and Germany? Not exactly sure. I don't know if that actually belonged to Austria beforehand, but put that down in the comments below. Just little things that I see throughout the mod I do want to know. Also taking U.S. History 1 for like the colonial to Civil War era. So, of course, I love that part in history. Ah, Marines. Fuck yeah, dude. Marines are going to really help out for land invasions. That's awesome. Sweet deal. Really cool. Why do you guys not like us? Loyal to our enemy, which is, of course, I'm guessing Korea, but I don't know. Oh, or they're loyal to North Korea, and that's why, because North Korea is technically our enemy. Now, technically, the United States and North Korea are at war. Not in the mod, but they are at war, technically. So we could justify a war goal against them and start World War III pretty quickly. But what I want to do is I want to try to get South Korea into NATO so we can start putting some troops over yonder, take Korea, give it to them so that they have a united Korea, and then we can go after China, kind of take a little bit of spoils, or just start, you know, letting countries go. You know, or we could just puppet China if we can actually do that. I don't know if they put something in the mod to where you could puppet areas, or if I'm gonna have to get a mod in that'll allow me to do that, which I mean I can at the end of the day. What else could we do right now? Nothing really at the end of the day. We're 51% conservative at the moment. That's real good, real good. So we kind of want to boost up as much as possible because, number one, building the beautiful wall is going to take a fuck ton of time. So I mean, of course, that's kind of why that they couldn't build the wall to start. Like, these guys have 2 in almost every area that they got over in Texas. The rest of them have none. So we're going to be building the wall states that, let's see, blah, 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 blah. This will build level 4 forts in all provinces of California, Arizona, and New Mexico, bordering Mexico, of course. The forts in Texas will be strengthened by 3. So Texas will have 5 level forts, and the rest of them will have 4 level forts. So, I mean, alright. It's pretty decent. NATO versus the Islamic State, we don't need to do because the Islamic State is gone. We could go with Iran or go with the Saudis, but I mean, at the end of the day, the both of them are kind of like terrifying to me. I don't know. We can go over to Path of the Founding Fathers, States' Rights, change the popularity to conservative, which is pretty decent. I mean, of course, we want to be as conservative as possible, unless you guys want to change. Put that in the comments below, of course. That's, you know, kind of borderline with the, what's it called? Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump situation. Okay, we got research, 2 things of research ready. I do want to research a damn good bit in our military to start off, because I want a pretty decent military. We need it as quickly as possible. So we're going. The wall is almost halfway done. It's going to be 2018 very, very soon. I'm going to just boost as much as possible. I'm not going to actually go after China just yet because I do want to know what you guys want me to do. So this is basically informational slash constructive episode, kind of building ourselves up for inevitable attacks. I could get some troops ready that are over at yonder. So get the other 2 over here. We could send these guys over here. And then they can sail over, they can start off, and then we could probably get a few other troops maybe like right there. And then we could hit the Philippines if we really want to. I think we should take the Philippines back just because I think it would be fun. It would give us a lot of naval passages towards, you know, China for the inevitable attack against them. And we need to build up our navy for this assault. And we're not doing that at the moment, guaranteeing, are we? So we need to build light cruisers would probably be easier to build. 6, 7. Nice. So we're building up light cruisers as well because we do want a damn good navy. Navy, Air Force. That's what we want at the end of the day. Now, we could also take Cuba. Now, I know we did do that in the last episode, and taking Cuba was relatively swift and easy. But, guys, you know, we already own Guantanamo Bay. Just getting a fuck ton of troops here and pushing them forward, it was easy as fuck. We could do it again. Who knows? I mean, kind of just depends on you guys. I don't want to take Mexico. I'd rather just build the wall and kind of keep them to themselves. So it's going to be 2018 here soon, a whole year into Donald Trump's presidency. Will he get elected in 2020? Kind of depends on you guys. Ooh, conservative rally. Nice. 2% more into our conservatism. I love it. Love it a lot. Let's work into our great industry as much as possible because we do want to be a powerhouse nation. We are building nukes. That's really good. 1.3 a day. That's usually what I built for nukes last episode. Not last episode, last series, and then other series that I have, I usually build nukes about that much, so that's good. So we already have a nuke available, and we're building more of them, which is also very, very good. And of course, nukes are inevitable against China. We're not going to be able to destroy them, but I do want to get the South Koreans and everybody into NATO so that way we have multiple ways of attacking China beforehand. Third parties gain support. Republicans and Democrats are busy slinging mud at each other in their trench systems inside Congress and the House. In the meantime, young people especially seek alternatives and a way to escape the two-party system. All so far, hopes have been in vain, but maybe this time? So we actually got docked down a little bit of conservatism, but it looks like libertarians and others didn't rise, though. But Democrats, man, Bernie Sanders losing support. But, oh well, it's kind of, Bernie will have to fix that as soon as possible now, won't he? We do want as much body armor as possible for our troopers, so we're going to want to do that as quickly as possible. So when should you be done? I don't think it'll tell you. 125 days left. I mean, it tells us that, but it'll be done here very, very soon, so that's pretty good, pretty good. Let's see what else we could do. Let's get some camo. That's going to be definitely good for us. Multicam, very, very good. We're building nukes very swiftly, very quickly. Now, another thing. Portugal is in NATO, correct? Yes, they are. Good, good, good. Good for you. Morocco. All of the states in Africa are free for grabs without any hesitation. So, we could make an entire empire of Africa if you guys really do want to see me take over Africa. We could do that. Man, third parties, man, they're getting support really quick, really quick. Democrats building up their support. Wow. Look at them. That's nuts. That's crazy. Okay, but I'm going to head out for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, everybody, Glenn Games signing off as always. Take care, everyone.